Well, good morning. I know you've heard of the Flight for the Human Spirit, but I'm going to give you a little background information on it. It all started when I was a little kid. I loved flying, loved to look at clouds, airplanes, birds, and always knew that I would be up there sometime. When Mom would sit down with us, we'd look at animal shapes in the clouds, right? But I'd always think, what would it be like to be up there looking down? Now, everyone here can relate to what I'm going to say because everyone here has a dream that you have not yet accomplished, right? Everyone does. I kept putting off flying for every reason I could think of. It's too expensive. I have a career. I'm raising a family. On and on and on. Well, that's all well and good, because sometimes happens. On August the 9th, 2003, my heart stopped. Boy, I didn't think I'd get a little emotional when I said that, but that's something that will happen to everyone here in this room. I don't want you to go through the same thing that I did, because in those seconds that tick away before you drift off, you think of things. All I thought of were regrets. Now, anyone that knows me, and Scott could attest to that, I'm one who, if I love you, I'll tell you I love you. I'm a hugger. I'll grab anybody and just hug them, because that's just me. So it wasn't that. It was things that I wanted to do with my life that I hadn't yet accomplished. Okay, so that was in August. And let me tell you, the weeks that followed that, I was pretty pathetic. Right, Michelle? I was on oxygen every day, wasn't expected to recover. Boy, it was that following December, it hit me. I'm never going to fly. And I have to tell you, in those months between August and December, a life goal of mine, was to have the strength to get out of bed, walk to the living room, and sit in a chair without passing out. That was a life goal of mine. A life goal of mine after that was to have the strength to go outside and have the sun fall on my face one more time, just one more time. Very pathetic. But in that day of December where I realized that I'm never going to fly, it hit me like a ton of bricks, because I had every opportunity to make that dream become a reality, and I let it go for whatever reason. When I was down and out, had oxygen in my nose, there's one thing I kept saying to myself that I believed. I am a pilot. Now, if anybody looking at me, they would say, oh, there's no way this guy's ever going to fly an airplane. But those are the words I kept saying to myself day in, day out. When I'd look in the mirror, when I would go to the bathroom, when I'd lay in bed at night, when I'd wake up in the morning, I kept saying those four words to myself. I am a pilot. I am a pilot. I am a pilot. And look what's happened. Take a look at this map here. During that time as I was recovering, it took about a year and a half to recover, I had this nagging thought. I call it a calling. You can call it what you'd like. But I knew there's one thing I had to do once I got well. I had to fly an airplane into all 50 states. I had to fly an airplane into all 50 states. Now, here's the route that I came up with, and it took better part of a year to come up with this route. Start in Salina, Kansas, the center part of the country. Head out to the East Coast, go up to the Northeast through New England, down around the Great Lakes, up to the Northern Plains, down along the east side of the Rockies, back out to the East Coast, down through the Southeast Florida, down to the Keys, down through the Southwest, up the California coast, and on into Alaska. After that, we fold the plane up and ship it to Hawaii, where we fly 5 of the Hawaiian Islands. It had never been done in an aircraft like this. Now, this is the airplane that did the trip. It's called a light sport aircraft. It's made in Germany. It's all carbon fiber. Seats 2 people, flies about 135 miles an hour tops, and can go up to 15,000 feet. Beautiful, beautiful little airplane. This plane is just a technological marvel. It's got satellite tracking system, a couple of radios, 2 navigation systems. It'll tell me if jets or other aircraft are close to me. Autopilot, I mean, it's just an unbelievable aircraft. Scotty, you've seen it. It's just a beautiful airplane inside and out. The fitting name for this aircraft, there was only one, and it's Hope 1. This aircraft, because this is aviation history in the making, it's never, a light sport aircraft has never done this before. The concept and the belief was that these airplanes couldn't go more than 250 miles from their home base, and we were blowing that out of the water every day. Because keep in mind, this flight started with absolutely nothing but a dream. I announced in October of 2008 in a speech I was giving in New York City what the flight for the human spirit was. 2 months later, I was laid off of my job. This project started with absolutely nothing but a dream. So I can stand up here and speak from experience to say you don't need anything to get where you want to go in life except belief in yourself. We had 125,000 hits a day on our website. Unbelievable. When we flew and set the world record in July, I don't know how many it was because it broke all the servers, took our site down. Last month, our fan base continues to grow. Last month, we had 55,000 hits on our Facebook page alone in 1 month. Unbelievable.